Okay, so this is my update video. It's been 3 months that I've been on 25 milligrams of testosterone per week, and I've seen a lot of changes. I've been feeling just better overall, I would say. Emotionally a little more stable. Yeah, just like a better sense of well-being overall. I've been also taking vitamin D supplements, so I wasn't sure if how much that's been kind of helping me feel better. But I definitely do think that testosterone is a part of that. So yeah, a good few months. The changes have been coming slowly. They've been subtle for the most part, but I've definitely seen a number of them. I've got a little list here in case I forget anything. Okay, so I would say the first thing that I noticed was body temperature change. I've been always very sensitive to cold, and I felt actually quite warm the first week. I remember really noticing it. I would be kicking off blankets in the middle of the night, which is quite unlike me. Yeah, so I'm not needing to wear as many layers when I go out. What's gone along with this is that I am sweatier. I get hot faster, so I sweat more. And as the weeks went on, I started to notice that I smell a little different when I sweat. It's not like a dramatic change, but it's different. Okay, so sweatier, smell a little different. Another change I noticed, an early change within the first week. I noticed my cat's eating, making noise. That I had growth, bottom growth, and yeah, that started right away with tenderness. And I go into this a little more on my blog. I have a Tumblr account. It's Hummingbear Nectar, so not hummingbird, but hummingbear / nectar. Yeah, so I go in, I have a post there where I really kind of go into the bottom changes that I noticed as far as sensitivity, and it's just my cat. And the way it looks different, feels different. And yeah, so if you want to read about that, check out my blog. Yeah, that was a quick change, and I feel like that change continues. What else did I notice early? Within the first month, I was thinking that, I was really relieved that acne wasn't something I noticed in the first month. Like, I think very small increase in acne, but so subtle that I wasn't sure it was even changing at all. But then in the second and third month, I definitely saw more acne. So that was something I was concerned about. I've made some changes. I started using a loofah in the shower. Having to shower daily, whereas I could go every other day for the most part before. And I'm finding that the loofah is really helping. I still have more acne than I did pre-T, but it's at sort of a more manageable level, like where I can be kind of topless with my partner, not self-conscious, that kind of thing. But I'm hoping it doesn't get increase further, because if it does, I'd probably look into special soaps or something. Yeah, so definitely acne. Another change I saw really early, almost overnight, was an increase in appetite. That came on so fast and so hard. That was probably the change I was least prepared for. I've never been someone with a very big appetite. Eating is largely optional for me. Like my girlfriend jokingly called me a camel, because I could often go long periods of time and just not eat and be fine. But that's changed a lot. So yeah, I get hungry faster. When I get hungry, I am more hungry. When I eat, I find food like much more satisfying than I used to. I enjoy food more. And I notice that I can't tolerate being hungry the way I used to. Like it took me time to figure this out, but like I would be feeling really kind of moody and cranky, and it would occur to me that maybe my body's hungry, because it's not that I felt particularly hungry, but when I would like kind of look back on how long it had been since I've eaten, I'd realize that could be why I'm feeling bad. So I've sort of I've been making adjustments the last month, sort of trying to eat before I really notice that I'm hungry, snacking more. I'm changing how I'm eating, like what I'm eating, because I have definitely gained weight the last few months. So yeah, big change with appetite. That's something that I feel like I'm starting to get a handle on now, but it was pretty intense the first month or so. Okay, what else we got? Let me just check my list here. Oh, my sex drive. Now, I was expecting to see a bigger increase with this than what I did see. I would say that my sex drive has probably increased a little bit. Not hugely, but I do think that it has increased a little bit. I'm hoping that this is going to, continue to increase. But yeah, again, I really think that the fact that it hasn't been a huge change for me is just due to my dose. It's 25 a week, which is anywhere from like a third to a half of a typical dose of testosterone. I already talked about body smells, like, yeah, they are changing. And that was something I was concerned about, I remember mentioning before, and it actually isn't something that's bothered me at all. I've actually quite liked the changes. I do think I smell differently, but it's, I guess, more masculine, but still like me, and still not day and night change from before. Oh yeah, I have a little mustache. I've always had a bit of a blonde mustache, but it's definitely darkening. It's still pretty subtle, but it's definitely a darker shadow than what it was before, and which I'm quite enjoying. I would love nothing more than to grow a full, yes, my girlfriend's shaking her head, a full, proper 80s TV cop mustache. Oh, my voice. Okay, so I'm looking forward to watching this video when it's done, and then watching my first video, because I do feel that my voice has changed. I don't think, like, it's not dramatic. It didn't crack. It hasn't, it hasn't been something people have been really mentioning to me as noticing the change in my voice, but I do feel like it has changed some. It's felt often the last few months that, like, I'm sort of getting a sore throat, that sort of feeling. I'm having to clear your throat and stuff, and so I do think it's changed a bit, but the test will be when I compare this video to the first. And yeah, I was noticing just this morning actually that my shins are getting hairier, like darker hair. Also I would say I have more hair growth, down there, both sides, more hair growth. Yes. And okay, so this is weird because these are changes that they say that you don't really notice in the first few months usually. These are not changes that what I'm about to mention, they're not changes that I was expecting to see early, but I think my face is changing. Like, it's hard because I have gained weight. That changes face too, but my girlfriend says I might be getting thicker eyebrows, and I'm wondering if my jaw, I don't know. It sounds crazy because it's really early, but I do feel like my face might be starting to change, and that my body is getting more muscular. Like, I really haven't been working out more than I was before, so I'm really not working out. I go for long walks sometimes, but I do feel like my thighs seem more muscular. And then, as far as fat redistribution and muscle mass increase, that usually comes more with heavy exercise, I figured, and a lot of those changes tend to happen in the second year, I thought, but I do feel that my body is becoming more muscular. So that was a surprise. And that's it. That's all of it, I think. Quite a few changes in the first few months, and I will try to come back before 3 months have passed again, maybe in 1 or 2, but at least in 3, and update again with how things go from here. Thanks for watching.